And we are back with another video. So recently I came across this very smart book called Coffe-can Investing. I'm pretty sure you guys might have come across that, which is actually written by Saurabh Mukherjea, who is founder of Marcellus Investments. The book actually talks about a very low risk model for your long-term portfolio. So today we'll be making a long-term portfolio with the help of Coffe-can Investing, and let's get started. So Coffe-can Investing, the concept itself, it talks about a one-time buy thing. So Coffe-can Investing, the concept, it's from Wild West. Back then, when there was no medium and tools to invest, so the people back then, what they used to do is they used to put some money in a coffee can and they would just like put it on a bed or anywhere and just forget it. So that is the whole concept of Coffe-can Investing. You have to buy stocks and just forget it. So the advantage of buy and forget is basically you don't have to repeat the whole transaction again and again and do simultaneous research again and again for a shorter duration. So basically the whole idea is that there are some basic filters through which you can apply, and then you can derive on some basic stocks which will be added in your Coffe-can investment, and that is how you can grow your wealth. So another advantage about the Coffe-can Investing is basically it will save on to your transaction fees, your brokerage, since you'll be buying it just once. So that is how you can eliminate all these hidden charges that we have talked about in the previous video as well. Another positive point about Coffe-can Investing, I mean the long-term portfolio, is the long-term capital gain. Most of the people do not realize this, ki if you hold the portfolio or if you hold the funds or stocks for a very long duration, your long-term capital gains are just 10%. But if you hold it for a very short duration, let's say below the time frame of 1 year, the tax is 15% on the gains. So that is when all these tiny little things come together and are the key secret to your stupendous wealth. So basically बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि for example let's say कि we pick 10 stocks in the portfolio. It's not necessary that all of them will perform exceptionally well and give you good returns. Most of the time what happens is कि it's the basic Pareto principle. So what Pareto principle says is that 20% of your stocks will take care of the rest 80% of the result. So basically let's say that there are 10 stocks in my portfolio. So 20% of the stocks in the long term duration will perform exceptionally well, so that it even covers for the rest 80%, even if they are lagging or they are moving slow. So that is what the whole Pareto principle is, and the Pareto principle will be taking care of your portfolio for the long term duration. Now we'll be getting back on the basic filters that we have to apply. So for that we'll be using ticker tape. Just a disclaimer, ticker tape does not sponsor any of the video. It is not a sponsorship, it is not an advertisement. It is personally I prefer using ticker tape for screening the stocks, so hence we'll be using ticker tape today. The very first criteria is revenue growth. So revenue growth is कि अगर कोई company है, let's say for example it's XYZ company which sells, for example let's say chocolates. So उनका year on year business कितना grow हो रहा है, that is what the revenue growth is. And in this and in Coffe-can Investing, basically we'll be looking for a historic data of 5 years. So in Coffe-can Investing, we'll be checking the historical data of the companies, and that is how we'll be assuming their multi-bagger returns or even the decent returns in the future. So the first is revenue growth, and revenue growth has to be minimum of 10 to 15% year on year. And we'll be checking the 5 years graph for that. Another filter that we have to add to Coffe-can Investing is return on capital employed. अब जितना भी company के पास capital है, whatever is being utilized for generating revenue, that is what we'll be checking. Again, the criteria is it has to be more than 10% for last 5 years historic data. You can use 5 years or 10 years, whatever suits well to you. And the third criteria is, the third filter that we'll be using is return on equity. Again, return on equity has to be more than 10%. So, if you go on to search for this data individually, it will take you a lot of time, and obviously it won't make sense. So hence we'll be using ticker tape. So let's get to that. So after shortlisting all the stocks via the three filters that we talked recently, so we got a list of approximately 10 to 11 stocks that we'll be talking about right now. So the very first is Relaxo. So Relaxo, classic chappal company. Relaxo has been there in the industry, and it's pretty much an industry leader. If you search anywhere online basic chappal, so the first result is Relaxo. Another thing is that Relaxo ka market cap has been increasing day by day, and recently it has surpassed the market of Bata itself, and that pretty much shows that the company is growing year on year, and it also caters to a larger masses in the India. Second company that we have derived on is Pidilite Industry. So another stock that we have landed on is Pidilite Industry. So Pidilite Industry ka amazing product is Fevicol that we know since ages, and it has been doing pretty well. Another stock that we have landed on is Asian Paints. So Asian Paints is one of the market leaders. It has been there in the industry for a very long time. I think kahin pe kuch bhi paints ka kaam ho, so I think it's the Asian Paints which comes in our mind. Another stock that we have landed on is HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank is the biggest bank right now, even after the merger, and their market capitalization is, they are the market leaders basically. Another very interesting company that we have landed on is Page Industry. So Page Industry ka product is very interesting, and I'm pretty sure you guys will be surprised to know this. Their product is actually Jockey, and they are the ones who made the undergarments extremely cool. So Jockey is one of the product of Page Industry. Another stock that we have is Titan. So Titan ka brand is, so they are into watches, they are into jewelry, and India is obsessed with weddings, and that is how Tanishq has been growing year on year. And Titan also has stake by Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, so, and he has been an early investor in the company. So that is another company that we have. Next stock we have is Havells. Pankha, cooler. So during the summer, Havells moves like crazy. The stock moves like crazy because obviously Havells is one of the leading manufacturer of fan, AC, coolers, and whatnot. The products, we all know that. Another company that we have is Infosys, classic Indian tech company, and honestly I have tried to include majority of diverse companies so that portfolio is diverse and we aren't stuck to one particular sector. Infosys, one of the leading IT tech player in India and as well as in world. They have operations all over world and brilliant year-on-year revenue growth. The last company that we have is Astral Pipe. Astral Pipe are majorly used in agricultural, commercial, everywhere. The very interesting fact about Astral Pipe is they have targeted their actual audience and their actual customer audience. Like, we are not the actual customer audience. Their actual customer audience is the plumbers. So back then when they recently started, their campaign was to train the plumbers. So that is how the marketing works. Because for example, अगर मेरे घर में कोई पाइप खराब हो गया, so मैं खुद जाके पाइप लेके नहीं आऊँगा. I'll be like कि plumber भैया आप लेके आ जाओ. So that is how they have been training and they have been deriving the whole revenue growth year on year, because their actual customers are plumbers and not we as a general audience. So that is a very smart way by Astral. And to sum it up, this is the basic Coffe-can investing portfolio that we have made today. Of course, you can try it out and you can start the investment however you like. That's it for the day.